Summer is here, and while you deserve some well-earned PTO and family time, staying up to date on nutrition doesn't have to take a vacation. Introducing Summer Shorts, a mini-series from the Exam Room Nutrition Podcast. This summer, each episode will tackle a single nutrition question in under 15 minutes, giving you the latest insights you need without sacrificing those summer cookouts. So grab your sunglasses and join me, Colleen Sloan, for our summer learning with Summer Shorts. Who doesn't love a refreshing cocktail to unwind after a long day? Or sipping on a sweet, smooth pina colada while sitting poolside? Whether it's a classic margarita or a trendy craft concoction, these libations can be a delightful indulgence. But let's face it, those sugary mixers and high-proof spirits can quickly add up on the calorie count. While alcohol is no superfood, enjoying a drink in moderation with good company can be part of a balanced lifestyle. Today's episode comes as a request from a fellow gym member, shout out to Marco, who asked me to provide some healthy drink options. Whether your patients ask you or not, I'm sure they're wondering, is there such a thing as a healthy alcoholic drink? So join me as I unpack the nutritional content of popular alcoholic drinks, call out the worst choices, offer better options, and even provide some alcohol-free and mocktail considerations. Sadly, this will be our last Summer Shorts episode, and I will be taking next week off to help my daughter prepare for high school. So I'll be back on August 13th with our normal episodes. Now, as a reminder, do not recommend your patients start drinking if they do not already do so. There are pretty serious health consequences associated with frequent and excessive alcohol consumption, including increased risk of inflammation, cancer, heart disease, liver disease, and disorders of the pancreas and brain. That being said, the federal guidelines recommend that adults of legal drinking age drink in moderation by limiting intake to 2 drinks or less in a day for men and 1 drink or less in a day for women. It is explicitly stated that drinking less is better for health than drinking more. So as a quick reminder, 1 standard drink is equal to any one of the following: a 12-ounce regular beer, which is usually about 5% alcohol by volume, an 8 to 9 ounce malt liquor, which is 7% alcohol by volume, a 5-ounce pour of a table wine, which is about 12% alcohol by volume, and a 1.5 ounce of 80 proof hard liquor, which is about a shot, and that's 40% alcohol by volume. Now, alcohol contains 7 calories per gram, so the higher the alcohol content, the higher the calories. But one of the biggest sources of calories comes from added sugar in the form of the sugary mixers like sodas and juices, simple syrup, or other sweeteners. But sugar content also is present in beer due to the carbohydrate load. So let's look at beer first. Now, light beers, which are low alcohol options, usually they're 2 to 3% alcohol by volume, typically have around 60 calories per 12 ounces. Regular beers, which are usually 5% alcohol, typically contain 150 calories per 12 ounces, and IPAs and stouts are bolder, so they have a higher alcohol content between 7 and 10% and can have between 200 and 300 calories per 12 ounce. But there is a growing trend where you can find lower calorie IPAs. So here are some suggestions when choosing a beer. Don't rely on the packaging. Light beer doesn't necessarily mean low carb or low calorie. And according to the FDA, light products are those that contain at least 1/3 fewer calories than the regular version. A low carb label is actually more regulated by the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau. Products with this claim can contain no more than 7 grams of carbs per serving. So to make the most informed choice, suggest your patient check the carb content on the nutrition facts label. Now, here are some good low-calorie, low-carb options. Now, as a disclaimer, I am not being paid or sponsored by any brands that I mention in today's podcast, so there is no bias whatsoever. Kona Light Blonde Ale is 99 calories, 4 grams of carbohydrates. Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Wheat has 95 calories with 3.6 grams of carbohydrates. Dogfish Head Slightly Mighty Low-Cal IPA contains 5 calories and 3.6 grams of carbs, and Corona Premier comes in at 90 calories with 2.6 grams of carbohydrates. Now, we'll get back to the episode in just a minute, but I wanted to let you know that I have opened my schedule for what I like to call nutrition audits. I only do this a few times a year, but so many of you have been asking. So now is your chance to book a 1-hour call with me to discuss anything you'd like about nutrition, your diet, or general health questions. In our nutrition checkup call, I'll help you navigate the noise on social media and ensure you are fueling your body properly. To learn more, fill out the interest form at thenutritioncheckup.com. And yes, you need to put the in the URL. So that's thenutritioncheckup.com. All right, back to the episode. Now, wine calories primarily depend on the alcohol content and its sweetness. Generally, you can expect around 150 calories for a standard 6-ounce restaurant pour. Larger 9-ounce glasses can push calorie counts around 220. Sweet wines like Moscato and Riesling, despite their sweetness, fall within the same calorie range as drier wines due to their lower alcohol content. Now, sangria is packed with fruit and usually additional sweeteners. This can range between 200 and 300 calories per serving. Now, for liquors, a general rule of thumb is that any gin, rum, tequila, vodka, or whiskey has between 100 to 120 calories per 1.5-ounce shot. This is before you add any mixers, and that's because all of liquor's calories come from its alcohol content, which is about 40 to 50%. Now, for hard seltzers, most have about a half teaspoon of sugar and no more calories than a light beer would. But high alcohol hard seltzers like Truly Extra can have twice the calories of the regular ones. Now, the known and well-loved White Claw has about 140 calories and 2 grams of carbohydrates. Now, remember, these are all estimates. I always want you to be checking the specific label for accurate nutrition information. All right, so let's talk about the worst drinks with the highest calorie and sugar content. These fall between a range of 400 to 700 calories, depending on the proportion of juice and mixers that are added in and the final portion size. So the top contenders for the highest calorie and sugar content are pina coladas, White Russians, mudslides, daiquiris, and Long Island iced teas. Now, classic cocktails with little added sugar, think of your Manhattan or an old-fashioned, or a no sugar added martini, typically fall between 150 to 200 calories and between 6 to 8 grams of sugar. A Moscow Mule or Mojito are between 200 and 300 calories, and a classic margarita, which has tequila, lime, and triple sec, can be anywhere between 200 and 350 calories. Now, the best low-calorie options will be your liquor of choice and a seltzer water or diet soda. Things like vodka soda, tequila and lime, or rum and Diet Coke all offer between 100 and 200 calories. Now, a Bloody Mary has about 180 calories and 5 grams of carbohydrates. That is, as long as it doesn't have the crazy garnishes like a slice of pizza, bacon, and onion rings. And yes, I have seen these. The tomato juice is actually quite a healthy mixer as it contains electrolytes, vitamin C, lycopene, and vitamins A and B6. However, be aware of the Bloody Mary mix that is used because these can be very high in sodium. I'm talking almost 1,400 milligrams or higher, which for some people might be their daily allowance for sodium. Now, if you're like me and you enjoy something a little fancy, here are some fun low-cal options. You can make a lemon ginger vodka seltzer simply with lemon seltzer water. There's a lot of really great brands out there. My favorite is Spindrift. You can muddle some fresh ginger with lemon juice and mix it all together for a really refreshing drink. Another really fun drink is a kombucha-rita, which combines tequila, lime juice, and 4 ounces of ginger kombucha or any kombucha flavor of your choice. This also gives you a little probiotic boost. You can make a cranberry pineapple rum using pineapple-flavored seltzer water. Spindrift makes an excellent one. You can use a splash of cranberry juice. Again, depending how much cranberry juice you put in, will change the sugar and calorie content. And finishing it off with 1.5 to 2 ounces of rum. A blueberry Tom Collins includes gin, lemon juice, a 1/4 cup of muddled berries, and seltzer water. You can use a lime wedge for garnish or a few whole blueberries on top, and this turns out to be a beautiful drink, coming in at 99 calories and 7 grams of sugar. A pineapple margarita is something super fun and refreshing during the summer months. You would create this with tequila, cold pineapple juice, or muddled pineapples, and a tablespoon or 2 of lime juice. Lastly, and this is my favorite, is a watermelon gin fizz using cubed watermelon, gin, lime juice, and seltzer water, mixing it all up. And you can even blend this for a really cool summer drink. Now, because I highly recommend minimizing alcohol intake, I wanted to share my thoughts on non-alcoholic options and discuss how to choose them. By the way, any of the cocktails I just shared can be made with a non-alcoholic liquor. Now, stay with me because at the end of the episode, I'll share my favorite brands. So what about non-alcoholic beer? Just because the label says non-alcoholic doesn't mean it's a low-calorie or low-carbohydrate beer. It's usually just as high in calories as its regular beer counterparts, and some alcohol-free beers may contain as much as 28 grams of carbs per 12-ounce serving. But here are my top choices. And again, I have no affiliates and no connection with any of these brands. This is just from what I found researching and what I have tasted in the past. First of all, we have Athletic Brewing Company, Athletic Light, non-alcoholic beer. This contains 25 calories and only 5 grams of carbohydrates, and it's available at Walmart. The Partake Brewing's IPA comes in at 10 calories and only 4 grams of carbohydrates in one can. BrewDog Non-Alcoholic Punk AF has 20 calories and only 2.3 grams of carbs. Now, as promised, here are a few non-alcoholic liquor brands that you can check out. First up is Aplos. Now, according to their website, they craft functional, non-alcoholic spirits and cocktails that calm and uplift without the negative effects of alcohol. Some of their products do contain adaptogens and hemp, so there is a warning to not consume this brand if you are under 18, pregnant, nursing, or have any liver conditions or are taking certain medications. Another company is called Proxies, and this is directly from their website. They said, "We created Proxies for when you want something to drink, but you're not drinking. By blending wine grapes, fruit, teas, spices, and complex ferments, Proxies goes way beyond the grape to capture everything that makes wine a great pairing with food." So I looked on their website, and one can of their bubbly white has about 45 calories per serving and 7 grams of sugar. Next, we have a company called Spiritless. This is distilled in small batches in the USA. They are vegan, gluten-free, and made from natural ingredients and woman-owned, which I think is pretty cool. They also have a really cool pour-over old-fashioned, which is a zero-proof, ready-to-drink masterpiece for even the most sophisticated whiskey connoisseur. You simply pop the top, pour over ice, and enjoy. It comes in at 45 calories and 10 grams of sugar per can. So if you or your patients do choose to enjoy a boozy beverage, you can lower the sugar and calorie content by adding fruits, vegetables, or herbs to your drink, like muddled or blended berries, lemon or other citrus fruit, watermelon and pineapple, mint, cilantro or thyme, or carrot or cucumber, and ginger root. All make excellent substitutions for the sweet, sugary mixes that are typically added. All right, my friend, that's it for today. As a reminder, wear your sunscreen, drink your water, and eat more fiber. I'll see you in 2 weeks as we resume our normal episodes with wisdom from brilliant registered dietitians.